Welcome to English Stories That Keep You Awake. Today's story is full of mystery, suspense, and secrets that never sleep. While you enjoy the story, you will practice present simple past, simple present continuous future. Simple listen carefully, read along, and try to catch every tense. Now, let the story begin. It is 10:00 p.m. on a Friday night. James works as a night guard at an old museum in a quiet town. Every evening, he arrives at the museum at 9:30 p.m., changes into his uniform, and walks around the halls. The museum is big, full of ancient paintings, sculptures, and forgotten relics. James usually enjoys the peace, but tonight feels different. James sits in the security office and watches the monitors. He sees the same empty rooms, the same quiet hallways, but at 10:14 p.m., one camera flickers. It shows a shadow moving past the Roman exhibit. He leans closer. There is no one scheduled for the night, only him. He stands up and grabs his flashlight. He walks down the marble hall. The lights flicker above him. The air feels cold, colder than usual. James checks each room. Everything looks normal. He tells himself it's probably a glitch. But when he returns to the office, the door is open. He always closes it. Inside, the monitors are off. The lights blink. He hears a whisper behind him. "You shouldn't be here tonight." James turns around quickly, but no one is there. He speaks aloud. "Is anyone here?" No answer. James checks his phone. No signal. He writes everything in the logbook. 10:25 p.m., strange shadow. Whisper, no signal. He thinks about calling the police, but he remembers the chief said the museum has false alarms. He decides to wait. At 11:00 p.m., the paintings on the wall look strange. One seems to have changed. A woman in a red dress now looks at him directly. He doesn't remember that. Her eyes are sharp, cold, real. James walks closer. He blinks. Her eyes look away again. He steps back. James sits again, watching, waiting. Midnight is coming. He starts drinking his coffee. The lights go off completely. He stands up fast. The emergency lights turn on, red and dim. He walks again through the halls. In the Egyptian room, something is happening. One of the sarcophagi is open. It wasn't before. James walks slowly. The sound of footsteps follows him. But he is alone. He turns and shouts, "Show yourself!" Suddenly, the door behind him slams shut. He runs to it, tries to open it, but it's locked. Inside the room, the air becomes heavy. He hears chanting in an old language. A cold hand touches his back. He screams and turns around. Nothing is there. Nothing is there. The lights flash. The mummy inside the sarcophagus is not lying still anymore. It's standing. James drops the flashlight. He crawls to the door, still screaming. Then, silence. The museum lights return. James finds himself outside the Egyptian room. Was it a dream? He checks the door. It's open now. He looks inside. The sarcophagus is closed again. He walks quickly to the office. It's 1:45 a.m. He writes everything again in the logbook. Possible? Hallucination? Fear? Ghost? He decides to stay awake. Not leave the office. He watches the monitors carefully. At 2:30 a.m., the phone rings. He answers. No one speaks, only heavy breathing. Then a voice says, "Your last shift is not over yet." James looks at the logbook. The last entry is not his. It says, "He belongs to us now," written in red ink. He throws the logbook and runs to the main door. It's locked. All windows are sealed. He takes a chair and tries to break the glass. Nothing works. He starts crying. "Why is this happening to me?" he asks. At 3:00 a.m., the museum feels alive. Paintings whisper. Statues move slightly. James hides in the storage room. He sees a little girl there, wearing old clothes. She smiles and says, "Do you want to play?" He screams, backs away, and hits his head. Everything goes black. James wakes up at 6:00 a.m. The sun rises. The museum is quiet again. He stands up and leaves the room. Everything looks normal. The lights are on. The sarcophagus is closed. The paintings are the same. A new guard arrives. "How was your night?" he asks. James smiles strangely. "It was unforgettable." The new guard laughs. "Don't worry, tonight will be easier." James turns slowly. "I won't be here tonight." He leaves the museum without looking back. But as he walks away, the camera catches his face. It is pale. And behind him, through the museum doors, the girl in old clothes waves goodbye. The story ends, but your learning continues. How many verb tenses did you recognize? B. Practice. What is happening now? Present continuous. What happened before? Past simple. What will happen next? What will happen next? Future simple. What does the character believe? Present simple. If you like this story, don't forget to like, comment your favorite scene, and subscribe for more real stories to learn English. See you in the next one, if you can sleep tonight.